welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. Whoever doesn't know me, my name is Svetlana, and I want to tell everybody Merry Christmas. Now we're in holiday season. It's the most beautiful time of the year, and I was thinking what I want to make for Christmas. What kind of recipe I want to share with you. It has to be something festive, and what could be more festive than paella? We're gonna make Spanish paella, yes. And for this recipe, we need Spanish Bomba rice. I ordered it on Amazon. It was like $14 for this little thing. And before I made it with arborio rice that we make our risotto. And now after I make it, I'm gonna tell you if it's a big difference. But I also did my research and I find out that it's not Bomba, I believe it's a name, company name, or I don't know. Please, Spanish people, correct me if I'm wrong. But I know that arroz, that's rice in Spanish. And if you go online and you type rice for paella, they give you arroz, rice for paella in Spanish, but not Bomba, and it's so much cheaper. So it could be a different name, let me tell you, because I don't remember. It could be Valencia rice for paella, it could be Calasparra rice for paella, and this is the same thing, I believe, because this is what I read, it's the same, and I found it's much cheaper. So you don't have to you don't have to get that exactly Bomba rice for paella. That is different rice for paella, and I believe arborio rice is not the best because it gets a little bit soft. So I'll make it with the traditional original rice, and I'll tell you how different is that. And what else we using? We're using our protein. I have around 12 large shrimps. I have chicken, about a pound of chicken thighs that I cleaned and cut to bite-sized pieces. I have my mussels, about 14 medium. I couldn't find large ones. If you have large ones, 12, doesn't matter. 2, 3 more, it doesn't matter as long as your pan is large. And I have about 200 grams of calamari, squid that I cut, 2 little rings. Chorizo, 7 ounces, about 200 grams of chorizo, of course. And I have bell pepper, 1 bell pepper that I cut. I have 1 onion diced. I have 3 cloves of garlic, finely chopped. About a cup of frozen peas. I will use, you could use 2 ripe tomatoes, but I'm gonna use my palmy chopped tomatoes, about 3/4 of a cup. Also for my spices, I'm gonna use sweet paprika and cayenne pepper. And very important, the original paella made with saffron. But saffron is such a strong spice that either you love it or you hate it, like truffles. Me personally, I can't. There is not too many things I can eat, but saffron, I'll skip. If you like it, please add. You could add it to your bouillon when you make your stock. You could add it with your spices when you're making your paella. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna use sweet paprika, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper, that's it. And for my stock, I'm gonna use my better than bouillon, rotisserie chicken flavor. I mean, I love it. You wanna make your own seafood stock, you wanna make your homemade stock, up to you guys. You may use seafood, anything you want. And I'm gonna use a 1.5 cups of rice. And for bouillon, I'm gonna use 3.5 cups of bouillon because Bomba rice needs a little bit more. It absorbs liquid really good. Usually if I'm making rice, I use like from 1 cup to 2 cups of liquid. But this one is a little bit different. So we're gonna use 1.5 cup and 3.5 cup of liquid. And don't forget that the mussel gonna drop also a lot of liquid. So we'll see. I'll lead you step by step. We're gonna see at the end. If we need a little bit more liquid, we could always add a little more. And also preheat your oven to 400 degrees because we're gonna finish it in the oven. So guys, come to my stove with me and let's begin making our Christmas paella. So what we do, how we start our paella, first of all, we fry our protein. Add olive oil, and by the way, I'm doing it on a paella pan. If you don't have it, just get a large skillet, the one that you could transfer in the oven. I have my paella pan, and I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And meanwhile, preheat your oven to 400 degrees and get your hot water ready because we're gonna make a bouillon. And I don't like to put cold liquid into something that's cooking, so I always add my stock hot. So it's already hot, and I'm gonna spread my chorizo in one layer, of course, and I'm gonna fix my heat. I don't want it too high because it's gonna burn. I browned my chorizo on both sides, and this is how it looks. And guys, the paella pan is so thin, so I have to work very fast, otherwise it's gonna burn. So I'm gonna take it off on the same plate, and you see my oil has so much that chorizo flavor. Now I add my shrimp. I think I need a little bit of oil, and I add my shrimp. Shrimp cook really fast. As soon as we're gonna finish them in the oven, so as soon as they get little pinkish, you turn them right away. I want to add a little bit of salt to my shrimp and a little bit of pepper. And right away, guys, I flip them as soon as they turn pink. They don't have to be fully cooked because we're gonna finish them in our oven. I just want to get all the oil and the shrimp full of this delicious flavor. Always make sure before you put your protein in a skillet, it's dry. It's always dry, and I like to put salt on every layer. So we do shrimp, a little bit of salt. We're gonna do chicken, a little bit of salt. Chorizo doesn't need salt because it's salty. So my shrimps are halfway cooked. I could see that they're not fully cooked, but I don't need them to be fully cooked. I just need to get them a little bit pinkish on both sides and get my oil with a lot of flavor. All right, so add a little bit more oil, and we're gonna do a squid. Guys, squid. This takes a minute. Very fast. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You don't move it, let it cook for about 40 seconds and for 30 seconds, and then you turn it, another 30 seconds, done. If you cook squid more than 2 minutes, it's gonna become like rubber. It needs to be cooked either 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, or like an hour. So we're gonna do it really fast. Let it swim in all this oil. My squid is ready. I take it off. Use a different plate because the squid you're not gonna cook anymore. All right, a little bit of more oil, and now we're gonna add our chicken. Make sure you spread it, all these pieces evenly. Okay, salt, pepper. Let it cook for a few minutes on each side. Doesn't need to be fully cooked because it's going to be cooking much longer. So just brown it on both sides. Now my chicken is still browning. I'm going to move it to one side. Add a little bit of oil, and I'm gonna do my onions. Oops. My onion. A little bit of salt. Oops. Be careful with salt. Don't be like me. And I need to check my heat. It's too high. Guys, you gotta figure out with your heat, it's gotta be on the medium low, sometimes on the medium. Okay, we'll let our onion cook for about 3 minutes. My onion cooked for a few minutes. Now I'm adding garlic. My chopped garlic. I'm gonna cook it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Just let the garlic flavor to release all these aromas. I'm adding my bell pepper. For about a minute. Now I'm adding my tomatoes, about 3-4 cups, and that's it. We could mix everything together. I'm gonna add my spices. A half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, maybe a teaspoon. It depends how much you like your spices. And I'm gonna add probably a whole tablespoon of sweet Spanish paprika. Oops. You may add smoked paprika up to your taste. Okay, I'm gonna make my flame a little bit higher right now. And also what I'm gonna add a pinch of sugar. Guys, don't be afraid of sugar. All sugar does is bringing out more flavor. Like sugar, like a lot of times when we bake, we put a little bit of salt, and when we cook, we put a little bit of sugar, because all it does just brings out the beautiful flavor. Not too much, just a bit. So, here, I'm gonna add back my chorizo, and I'm gonna leave few that I'm gonna put on the top when it's done. And at this point, I'm gonna add my rice. It's 1.5 cups. This Bomba rice looks beautiful. I'm adding my stock. Carefully, everywhere. Okay. And we spread everything. We'll let everything start boiling. Try for salt. Perfect. You see I didn't put a lot of salt before on the rice because my stock is salty. So I know already, but before you put your stock, you check for seasoning, if it's enough seasoning for you. Because right now, you cannot mix it. When you make paella, you don't mix your rice. So you let it cook like that for about, I would say 12 minutes. From time to time, you shake your pan like that. Like that, you just shake it. We'll let it simmer when it's open for about 12 to 15 minutes. And then we're gonna put all our seafood on top and pop it in the oven for another 15 minutes. And I'll show you the rest. Guys, I cooked my paella for about 12 minutes, and every like 3 minutes or so I would shake it, and I would turn it, because this pan is so large and the heat is right on the middle, so you cannot mix it. So you kind of just shake it and turn it. Now at this point, we're gonna spread the top of frozen peas. And we're gonna put our mussels right in there. Our beautiful shrimp. It's already looking so festive and so beautiful. Keep leaving our squid, because if we're gonna cook squid a little more, it's gonna start to rubber. Okay, I'm washing my hands and I'm putting this in the oven preheated to 400 degrees for about 12 minutes, and I'll see you when it's done. Okay, my beautiful paella was in the oven for about 15 minutes. So it's very simple. When your mussels are open up, that means it's ready. Top it with our squid, calamari, a little bit of our saved chorizo just for the look, and a bit of fresh parsley, because everything just looks prettier with fresh parsley. Needs to be covered for at least 10 minutes, and then I'll see you in 10 minutes and I will try the final result. Look how beautiful. Isn't it festive? Isn't it gorgeous to put on the table? Yeah, it's gonna dress up any table. All right, enough talking, and we're trying our beautiful, beautiful paella. Look at this rice. Oh my God, rice cooked to perfection. And mussels and chicken, and I'm eating. All right, yes, paella rice tastes better than arborio risotto rice, 100%. The texture is so much better, so much better. The flavor is the same because I use the same spices, but the texture, absolutely delicious. And chorizo, and cheers. And I'm happy because it's delicious. So yummy. You know what I forgot? A little bit of lemon. So what you should do, put few lemon on top, like cut little pieces of lemon, put it on top, and then put it on your seafood, and it's delicious. But even like that, tastes delicious. So guys, happy holiday to everybody. Oops. Merry Christmas, and this is the most wonderful time of the year. Guys, ask me questions. Don't be scared to make a paella because it's delicious and it's easy to make. I'm waiting for some comments down below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will see you next time. Thumbs up, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, I love you all, and I'll see you next time.